Alright, you are not going to believe what's happening at Liverpool right now. Behind the scenes, massive moves are being made. Richard Hughes has just pulled off a genius transfer decision, an incredible Wonderkid is officially joining the first team, and Michael Edwards has held a special meeting with a £30 million winger that could change everything. But here's the thing, this isn't just another day at Anfield. What exactly did Hughes do that could turn out to be a masterstroke? Who is this young talent that Liverpool are bringing into the squad? And what does Edwards' meeting mean for the club's future? Stay with me, because by the time you finish watching this, you will have the full picture on the big decisions shaping Liverpool's season. And if you want to stay ahead of every major update, smash that like button and subscribe. Big things are coming, and you don't want to miss a second of it. Let's get into it. Alright, listen up, you need to hear this. While other clubs were scrambling to make last-minute signings, Liverpool kept things calm and calculated. But that doesn't mean big decisions weren't made, far from it. Richard Hughes, our sporting director, has been catching some heat lately for not bringing in new faces, but the reality is, the choices made so far seem spot on. Take Jadon Downs, for example. The lad's got a massive future ahead of him, and rather than keeping him on the bench, Liverpool sent him out to Sunderland on loan. It's a smart move, he'll get proper game time in a competitive championship side pushing for promotion. Exactly what he needs to develop into the player he's meant to be. And then there's Darwin Núñez. A few weeks ago, the Saudi Pro League came knocking with a £75 million offer. A tempting number, right? Some even thought cashing in on him wouldn't be the worst idea, especially given his ups and downs at Anfield. But Hughes and Michael Edwards shut the door on that deal, and thank God they did. Because right now, you're starting to see why. Darwin is a player who divides opinion. Some love him, some question him, but at the end of the day, you want him to succeed. He arrived with a massive £85 million price tag, fresh off a ridiculous season with Benfica, scoring 34 goals. But since coming to Liverpool, it's been a rollercoaster. The numbers? 39 goals and 22 assists in 127 appearances. Not bad, but not quite the ruthless finisher everyone expected. This season alone, he's managed 6 goals and 5 assists, not exactly groundbreaking, but here's where things start getting interesting. Against Brentford, when the team needed someone to step up, it was Darwin who delivered, scoring twice in injury time to secure the win. And last night against Spurs, he didn't get on the scoresheet, but his presence was massive. He won the penalty that Salah buried, helped the team overturn a 1-0 deficit, and was everywhere, winning duels, making tackles, clearing the danger. It finally felt like he belonged, like he was starting to turn a corner. And the best part? Slot sees it too. After the game, Slot didn't hold back. He praised Darwin for stepping up, saying the team is using him better now, not just relying on the wingers. That's a huge shift, and you can see it happening right in front of your eyes. Cody Gakpo and Salah have carried the attack this season, but if Darwin can keep up this level of performance, Liverpool's attack is about to become a nightmare for the rest of the league. The title race is heating up, and you know every single match matters now. Keeping Núñez wasn't just about rejecting a big money offer, it was about making sure Liverpool has everything it needs to go all the way. If he keeps this up, lifting that 20th league title won't just be a dream, it'll be a reality. Alright mate, listen up. Liverpool have just confirmed that an incredible Wonderkid is joining the first team squad for the rest of the season. And trust me, this is huge. This season already has the makings of something special. Slot's squad is flying, top of the Premier League, cruising with confidence, and with a Carabao Cup final at Wembley just around the corner in March. And that's not all. The FA Cup is still very much in play, with a favourable draw against Plymouth Argyle up next. But here's where it gets really interesting, the Champions League. Liverpool topped the league phase and are heading into the knockout rounds with a fresh new addition to the squad. Rio Ngumoha. Remember the name, because you are going to be hearing it a lot. Ahead of the Champions League knockout stages, Liverpool made just one change to the official squad list. Tom Hill is out after moving on, and in his place. This kid. That's right, Liverpool have gone out of their way to make sure Ngumoha is eligible, naming him on UEFA's A list, something that doesn't happen often for a 16-year-old. And let's be clear, this doesn't guarantee he'll play, but Liverpool wouldn't have put him in if they weren't open to the idea. The club rates him highly. Slot has already shown he trusts him, making him the youngest player ever to start a first-team game for Liverpool. And if that wasn't enough, word is that he's been so impressive in training that the club has actually edited out footage of him embarrassing senior players. Let that sink in. If he gets on the pitch in the Champions League, history will be made. He'll not only become the youngest Liverpool player ever to debut in the competition, but will also break the record for the youngest English player to ever play in the Champions League, surpassing Jack Wilshere's record at 16 years and 10 months. That's massive. This is a player who could be part of something special this season. Liverpool are hunting for trophies on multiple fronts, and now there's a fresh new talent ready to explode onto the scene.
Could he be the next breakout star? Could you be about to witness the rise of the next Liverpool legend?
It's all happening, and you don't want to miss a second of it. Alright, you are going to want to hear this. Liverpool might not have splashed the cash in January, but don't be fooled into thinking nothing happened. Behind the scenes, big decisions were made, and one name keeps popping up: Ben Doak. Now, let's be real. You know how good this lad is. He's been tearing it up on loan at Middlesbrough, and Liverpool have been keeping a very close eye on him. In fact, Michael Edwards himself made the trip to check in on him personally back in December. That's how much the club rates him. The man in charge of football operations doesn't just travel for nothing. He wanted to see firsthand how Doak is developing and what the next move should be. And here's where it gets interesting. Crystal Palace came in with a £15 million bid. Rejected. Ipswich tried with £16 million. Also rejected. Liverpool stood firm. They know what they've got, and they weren't about to let him go for anything less than his real value. Rumours suggested the club valued him at £30 million, but no official offers at that price came through. Instead, the decision was made to let him see out the season at Middlesbrough, where he's already making an impact in their playoff push. Now, you might have heard whispers that Slot doesn't see Doak in his long-term plans. But let's slow down on that talk for a second. The real story, according to The Athletic, is that Liverpool haven't made a final decision yet. Nothing is set in stone. Right now, it's all about development, watching him grow, seeing how he handles pressure, and making sure when he comes back to Kirkby for pre-season, he's ready to stake his claim. So far this season, Doak has 3 goals and 7 assists. Decent numbers, but what really stands out is how he's been playing: fearless, dynamic, always looking to take on defenders. And with Liverpool potentially losing Mo Salah if a contract extension isn't sorted before June, the timing couldn't be better for a young winger to step up. Now, is Doak the immediate answer? Not yet. He's still raw, still developing, but you can bet Slot is going to take a serious look at him when pre-season rolls around. So, what's next? Doak has a few months to prove himself, and Liverpool have a big decision to make in the summer. But one thing's for sure, this isn't just any young player. This is a lad who has the potential to be part of Liverpool's future.
Could you be watching the next Anfield star in the making?
Time will tell. If you are excited to see what happens next, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe. This summer is going to be massive, and you don't want to miss a thing.